MajiKel Stallion! Salutations, Stallions! And welcome back to another episode of mine, and we are here with another me drawing, which has been a minute. But here we are back, and this time we have Tekken, or Tekken, whichever way y'all like to say it, but to me, Tekken, or Tekken, is kind of like, so I'm just like, I'll stick with Tekken. Anyways, I have a very interesting history with Tekken, and that is growing up along with Mortal Kombat. I never really cared for these two fighting game series. They never just flowed with me. They felt stiff, and Tekken itself just felt like the buttons were delayed. Like, I press a button, the first attack will come out like reasonably, but like the follow-ups, it's like it just felt like, oh my god, like really delayed. And it was kind of weird because it was like you had to outspeed the animation by magnitudes for your combinations to come out. At least that's what I remember, and it just made me feel like nope, I'm turning off. I can't do this. I can't deal with this. But over the years, the more recent Tekken games, I really got more of a love for. So I'm gonna go in order of how I feel about all the Tekken games. But yeah, me growing up, I was more of a Virtual Fighter type of guy. It just felt so snappy, so responsive, and all the other games with like the PKG schemes, it just felt better to me. So I will be more a Virtual Fighter, Fighting Vipers, Last Brooks, my bad. Sonic the Fighters. I actually really enjoy Sonic the Fighters. Forget you. Anyway, I even enjoy other similar type of games. I enjoyed Bloody Roar. I like that, and I had like some respect for Soul Calibur. I was more of a fisticuff, but Soul Calibur fit more natural to me than Tekken, so I'll take Soul Calibur. And just yeah, even other 3D fighting games along the way. I like the Street Fighter EX series better. I like the KOF Maximum Impact better. And I know some people be like, blasphemy! It just felt more natural. Anyways, let me get back to Tekken, and I'm going to go in order on how I felt about each of the games. First up, Tekken 1. Ugh. I know, blasphemy, but I don't care. It just never felt right. Never felt right, like I said before. The buttons are just like delayed. I had to outspeed everything for my things to come out. It just felt unnatural. It felt weird. I just didn't want to deal with it, and it sucked. And it sucked because like it was the one fighting game, 3D fighting game series that I could find consistently on arcade. It was hard to find Virtual Fighter growing up in Florida. Fort Lauderdale and stuff. It was just no. I was like, no. It was just I did not like, and I didn't really find much FGC players or anything like that. It was just I find people play that game, and sometimes I'll challenge them, or sometimes I'll play by myself, and it just made me want to go back to Street Fighter. I just did not care for this. Alright, Tekken 2. Pretty much the same as Tekken 1. Did not care. It's just the same thing to me. It just all felt the same. I was so disinterested. Everyone wanted to do their flip kicks and everything, and it just the right punch, the left punch, the left kick, right kick. That system. Keep it away. These two games soured me towards like the other ones coming up. It really did. So yeah, just Tekken 1 and 2, I just did not want. Tekken 3. This one, when I played, it felt a little better, I guess, but I didn't really care for this one as well. Going along with the series, like, the characters seemed cool, but I never really gelled with any of the characters that I played. Big part because of the system itself, but like the way that the characters fight, I never really cared for as well. So I was just like, I mean, everyone played, especially on 3, Eddie Goro. That was when he came out. But everyone was like, spam the kick, and it was cool to see Eddie Goro move, because we never really saw Capoeira before that time on the main stage. I mean, before anyone comes up and be like, well, there was Richard from the KOF series and he did Capoeira. Yeah, he did, but like, you didn't really see him that much. It was like, was it Richard Wilson? I know the one that like runs the Pow Pow Cafe, but like, I'm trying to remember the name. I remember like his protege, Bob. But let's go, Bob. But like, he wasn't the one that kicked off the whole mainstream for like Capoeira. It was Eddie Goro, and Eddie Goro just like flew really naturally in terms of his animation. I will say this: the animation for like 3 like stepped up a notch, but it felt a little better, but it still felt like kind of the same. And just, I didn't really care for any of the characters that much, and everyone was just like, spam kick, and I was just like, no, bye bye. It was more of the same, a little better, but still felt the same. So I was just like, I'm done. Tekken Tag Tournament. I never played this game, so I can't really say much here. And I didn't really hear too much about it in the past. I heard of it, but not too much. So this one honestly just flew under me. Tekken 4. In a little similar case of Tekken Tag Tournament, I didn't really hear too much about this game. I didn't really see too much about this game either. So there's another one of the Tekken games that really honestly just flew onto my radar, and I didn't really hear too much about it until like later years, about how it's like the black sheep and how people didn't really like care about like the changes of anything. I can't really say anything myself because I never really grew up or tried about it like back when it was like the relevant Tekken series fighting game. So I can't really say much here. Tekken 5. Okay, I'll admit, I was a little unfair on to 5, because I was already tainted by 1, 2, and 3. I honestly did see like 5 a lot more everywhere on the arcade machines. I see a lot of Tekken 5, Tekken 5, Tekken 5, Tekken 5. And I'm like, where's my Virtual Fighter? But just, I was already tainted. I didn't even want to try. Like, me looking at the Tekken, I was like, you sheep. I'm like, shit! Oh god, I never really gave it a fair, honest try. I scorned at every turn that I saw it. I was just like, your weakness disgusts me. I can't really say much else. Like, I was unfair to this one. I honestly was. Tekken 6. Now this, I decided to give Tekken 6 a honest try. And I think it was because this was like the era where a lot of the fighting games now were coming in and doing online play, like Street Fighter 4, and this was like a fighting game renaissance era or whatever. So it was just, okay, let me give Tekken 6 a shot, because they were also throwing this new character around, Lars. And like, they were throwing him in Tekken 6, they were throwing him in the Naruto games at the time. Oh, okay, this seems interesting. Let me see what this character is all about. And I was actually starting to enjoy myself on Tekken for like the first time ever. And yeah, the buttons and everything just felt like it was flowing more naturally, and I didn't feel like I really had to outspeed everything that I tapped all the time. Like, some things felt like I had to do that, but it was just like, So, like, it felt way more bearable. And I was starting to enjoy myself. I, like, tried Lars. Lars was a lot of fun to me. And then they added a new Beijing Quinn character, which was Leo. And you throw a Beijing Quinn character in any fighting game, I most likely am going to gravitate to that character because I love that fighting style. I love a Karyuki and Virtual Fighter. That's my main besides Vanessa Lewis. Both of those are my main characters in Virtual Fighter. You have Kokoro in Dead or Alive. That's my main. Yoon is one of my mains in Street Fighter series. You throw a Beijing Quinn character, I'm gonna like try to make that a part of my roster, okay? I love that fighting style. Anyways, I was finding characters that I like. There was, like I said, there was Lars, there was Leo, Bob was another one that I was liking, speed and weight! It was a lot of fun. I also, like, I like Asuka's will in here, so she was pretty fun, like, give me your face! So, but yeah, I was finding characters that I really enjoy. The story was kind of interesting because I knew about Jin a little bit being like the main character, whatever, but I'm like, wait, he started the war? I thought he was the main character. What's happening here? Again, I didn't really care for the Tekken back in the day, so I didn't really care for the story back in the day. But this story made me get a little more interested because I was like, the heroes who I thought was the heroes, the villain, was he the villain the whole time? I'm actually made me interested. So I was trying to play the story, but that story was a long campaign. I could not complete that campaign. I honestly can't. But I did go on the story. I did get to play on the arcade, which the arcade was weird because there was like two separate arcades. There was the arcade that you normally go on the menu, and then there was an arcade that was hitting in the story mode, but the one that's hitting in the story mode is the one that had the proper character endings, whatever. I was like, why are you doing this? It's just, it made me, and for the story mode, they tried to put, it's what they call Tekken Force. It was in the other games, but in the other games I didn't care, so I didn't really know much about the Tekken Force. But I thought it was a cool concept how they were like trying to put like the fighting scheme into an actual like 3D beat 'em up. I thought it was interesting. I liked it, but it was just a very long campaign, and I got sick of it. Overstayed its welcome. But I like the characters in this game. I like the stuff that they were trying. I like the music here. I like Arise, the burning anger of the earth. Arise. I love that song. I like Azazel's like boss theme. I can't remember the name of this song, but it was like a sky temple that was like leaned over. I like that song, and I also like the yodeling song as well. It was like pretty cool, and I never really appreciate Tekken music until now. So it was just okay. But yeah, no, this is where I started to get appreciation for Tekken. Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Now, here I was honestly kind of shocked, because I wasn't shocked by the team up, because it made sense. The most popular 3D fighting game and the most popular 2D fighting game coming out for a crossover. I wasn't surprised. I was surprised how they did my man Ryu dirty though. Have the foot on him. I'm like, what? Anyway, Capcom, you gonna let this do this to our boy? Anyway, when we got to the actual game itself, that was where I was most surprised, because the Tekken characters actually felt a lot of fun on 2D. Oh, okay. Paul felt fun. His Phoenix Smasher punch didn't feel like just insanity to me. And I had a friend like trying to debate me on like, was fair or not? Like, wait, you like a karaoke and he can like take off half your health in this shot? I'm like, yeah, I gotta get close to you, and it has to be like a counter hit for that. But you, it could be like half health just from like any. Like, as long as I touch the tippity of your knuckles, but I like throughout the entire arm, you're taking out my health. I'm like, and you get like pushed back relatively safely. I'm like, no, I don't like you. Get away, Jesus. You know, oh my God, Asuka felt fun. This made me like Julia Chang on this one. I was like, okay. And then Lars came later, and I'm like, oh, thank God, my boy. But he was dislock content. I was like, don't like that. I waited till it was like massively discounted. I was not paying full price for those shenanigans. No. Anyways, just, but no, this was a lot of fun. But like the practices that was going on the business end just turned off a lot of people, and rightfully so. I was also kind of turned off on it. But here, they surprised me. They were really good on a 2D plane. It made me want to have the Tekken characters be in other 2D fighters, because this is honestly a lot of fun playing them as 2D fighters. This was also where I kind of learned to do the misstep and the electric god fist. I was like, why would you do this? But it took some practice, and you know, it doesn't feel that bad. Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Here, it felt like a natural continuation from 6 on game feel and flow. I was liking that, and I played plenty with some friends and also practiced plenty on myself, but it was a lot of fun. I never really noticed Tag Tournament 1, so I didn't really know what like Tag was all about. I was just like, oh, it's just, you know, like 2 characters go together. I never knew the whole like, if one character dies, the whole round is over. I'm like, wait, what? But it was an interesting concept. However, the breakaway character here was Julia Chang as JC, her like new wrestling persona, and I was like, oh my God, I'm in love, because you mix kung fu with pro wrestling, and it just felt nice. I was like, yo, my palm uppercut into a burning hammer, let's go. Oh my God, yes, wifey now. Oh my God, but she was a lot of fun. Lars was back, a lot of fun. Leo was back, a lot of fun. And I didn't notice there were so many characters in Tekken series. And it was nice to see like the whole kitchen sink of the Tekken series at the time. So yeah, not really much else to say here, just good on you, Namco. I really like this, good on you. Tekken 7. I never really played much rank. Well, actually, I played no rank on Tekken 7. I did play plenty with my friend and practice a lot here, because I also did the story mode. The story mode was a lot of fun, but the whole Akuma being here, that was a really like a interesting thing, because Akuma was a part of like the main story. We're like, what? This crossover character? That's usually just guest characters here, unless if it's like the main thing was the crossover, but he was actually a part of the main story, so I was like, wait, what? I thought this was like a teaser to like lead on to like probably the next one would have been like the Street Fighter cross Tekken 3D fighting game, because they had a deal, you do a 2D and we do a 3D, but we're still waiting on that 3D one, Namco. But I thought this would be like, you know, like a little taste to see what's to come. Anyways, back in here. And when it comes to the story, when it comes to Akuma, I'm over here thinking in my head, Akuma didn't lose that last fight. Akuma just ran out of time, and he had to go back to the Street Fighter era, to the Street Fighter like universe, because there's no way like their worlds are literally combined at this moment right now. Like, okay, the Mishimas over here doing their takeover thing, and we hear absolutely nothing about Shadowloo. You gonna be telling me that Bison's gonna be letting like Kazuya and Hayachi do their things? Well, you're like, no, I'm the ruler of the world. No, you pay me. No, okay. He ran out of time. He was like snatched back by a Ravenclaw from Teen Titans. Anyway, nah, I like this game. My characters were cool in this. My Lars was cool, Leo was cool. All the characters that came back. Julia Chang kept a little bit of her wrestling moves. She didn't keep all of this stuff because she was back to Julia Chang, not JC, but it was nice. However, the guest characters, oh yes. Akuma was nice, but when you threw in Geese Howard, oh my god! Double Rebel Kid! I love my KOF. I love my KOF. And now we're here. Oh man, he felt so good in the Tekken thing. It made me really enjoy the game a whole lot. It makes me want to cross over between them now. When it came to the other characters, like Natus, he was cool. Negan, why? I didn't understand that. I don't think no one understood that. The Leroy was also like pretty cool. I like the whole blind Wing Chun moveset. That was awesome. And that last character that they had, I forget her name, but it's kind of weird not seeing her in 8 right now. I imagine she's gonna come in later, but it's just kind of weird not to see her in right now. However, when it came to like the 7 characters, not really much of them that I really liked too much. Josie was fine. However, I did like Shaheen though. Shaheen was a lot of fun. Which was weird because like Street Fighter had like Rashid. And he just, Rashid was my main in 5, and then they decided to put in Shaheen, and now he's like my main newcomer in 7. It's just like, okay, the Arabians are coming on strong this year, this time around. Jesus. But nah, I had my fun here. It was cool. It like made me dwell in more of my like for Tekken, so I like that. So here we are wrapping up everything with my drawing, and my drawing's in the style of Lars Alexandersson, which is my first love of a character in the Tekken series. So I thought it was more appropriate for me to do that for this drawing. However, his name in this drawing here for my character, I decided to call him Stylli Majima. And why I decided to go with that, because the Mishimas, which are like the main characters, works more well with like the MajiKel name in order to transmogrify it into a Tekken name. And it still works because Lars is half Mishima. So since he's half Mishima, I can still go with Majima, and it still all works out in the end for me. So I'm like, yeah, cool. However, right here in this video, I'm just going over with like my history of Tekken. In the banner, I will go over how I feel about Tekken 8 so far. And yeah, I appreciate y'all, anyone who's listening here while you watch my drawings and see my history of the Tekken series. I really appreciate that. And y'all have a good day, take care, and I'll see you in the Tekken banner drawing of my channel. So, see you there. Y'all take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.